Hello everybody. I'm posting this video today because I have an article coming out on Wednesday that has been in the works for probably about the last 7 or 8 months. Um, the skeleton of the article and then the outline and the framework of the article have been um, on my mind for the last several years. I started to outline this and work on this in downtime that I had over the last few months. So the article that's coming out tomorrow was written probably, in reality, not completed, but written probably back in January, um, maybe December, as far as I knew where I was going and what I was going to say and why I was going to say it. The reason that I'm doing this video, the reason I'm putting this here on my YouTube channel and then ultimately sharing it on the ministry Facebook page, as well as a personal Facebook account for the ministry, as well as the actual, if only even one group page, is because the material is sensitive. And what I mean by sensitive is that it's gonna touch on a few things that are probably near and dear to all of us. The title of the article is Shallow Emotionalism and Anti-Intellectual Christianity. The reason that this is important to me is, like I said, is it's been on my mind for a long time because of the experiences that I've had interacting with Christians of every stripe and every flavor. I want to give a shout out to my friends Brian and Eric of the Passing Currents podcast. Some of you listened to Brian's interview with me last year after Brian and I met when I was doing some open air preaching and some street evangelism in Lanesboro. Brian and Eric are decidedly Roman Catholic, and I love them. I love them to death. They would acknowledge that we have some stark doctrinal differences, but they would also acknowledge that there are some things that we desperately agree on within our own denominational and religious philosophical camps. One of those is the shallowness of Christianity today, and it's terrifying to see that it's not getting any better. Not because I'm worried that something's going to happen to the church, because we know that the gates of hell cannot stand against God's church, but because I believe that the shallowness within Christianity is leading people to believe a few things about themselves that aren't true. And so what I'd really ask everybody to do who reads this article, who sees this video, first, if you see this video, don't respond to the video or what I'm saying here. Wait until the article comes out on Wednesday morning. Wait till I share it on Wednesday, however you want to do that. If you want to wait until I post it on the Facebook page, if you want to wait until I tell you it's published and you want to just go look it up at ifonlyevenone.org, it will pop right up. It'll be the first thing that'll come up Wednesday morning after it drops. I want feedback. I want pushback where you think it's necessary. I don't do this for accolades. I don't do this for attaboys. I don't do this for a pat on the back. Quite frankly, when I finished this article, I told one of the men on the board of directors for the ministry, Kevin Yount, I said, this might be the last decent thing I ever write. Not because I think it's worthy of anybody's praise or adoration or accolades, but because I think it almost more than anything else, it really is coming from, strangely enough, from my heart. not strictly just from an intellectual approach, but from an understanding of the heart, the way the Bible understands, or the way the writers of the Bible understood the heart, to be the seat and the source of the intellect and the emotion of man. So I'm pleading with you. If you don't read anything else I've ever written, if you don't ever share anything else I've ever written, if you've never put any thought into anything that I wrote, take this article, read it, think about it, pour yourself into understanding where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say, because my end goal is not the belittlement of the church. My end goal is to compel people to think about their faith from a biblically intellectual mindset, because that is how God intended us to approach Scripture and to think about things. There will be other articles. There will probably never be another article like this. And there again, I'm not praising myself. I'm saying that anything else that I write that comes after this is going to pale into comparison in how important I feel and believe and know this article to be. Not because I'm the first person to ever say these things, but because it's the truth about Western Christian culture and the mindset of the visible church today. So I look forward to your thoughts, and as always, I love each and every one of you, and I would ask you to, once again, to read it and to think on it and push back where you think it needs to be done. Soli Deo.